All right, so let's talk about the Poeciliidae, the Poeciliids. This is a family that you've probably seen before, the guppies, and they're also called Livebearers because they bear live young. They look very similar to the Fundulidae that we just talked about. I'll show you some differences here. And so, like I said, guppies, which of course are very important to the aquarium trade, are in the same family. You know, these, if you look at these down in South and Central America, they're very colorful, very beautiful. The only species we have in Kentucky is not that colorful, but it's very similar to the guppies, and that's the western mosquito fish. This is the only Kentucky fish species that gives birth to live young. And it's called mosquito fish. It's for a reason. It eats mosquito larvae, and consequently it is probably one of the most widely stocked, if not the most widely stocked and most widespread fish in North America, because people purposely move them around for mosquito control. Well, I mean, yes, they eat mosquitoes, but there are lots of species. The fundulids we just looked at also eat mosquitoes. There's lots of native species that are just as good as mosquito fish for eating mosquitoes. So there really was no reason to do this, but it's kind of a done deal. And so we find these in a lot of different habitats, and you know, they're very prolific, cool looking fish. And so you can see that it's very similarly shaped to the Fundulidae, to the top minnows. It's got the rounded tail, the dorsal fin is set back. You've got very obvious sexual dimorphism, so it's pretty easy to tell a male from a female just by looking. The male has a modified anal ray called a gonopodium, and this allows him to stick sperm into the female, and so the young can develop inside her body. The female can also hold the sperm in a pouch until she's ready. So if she mates with a male, but her eggs are not ready, she just holds on to the sperm until she's ready. Or she can hold on to that sperm, fertilize some eggs, wait till she has some more eggs ready, fertilize them, and so she can get several fertilizations from a single mating. And of course, again, they all develop inside her body. And so here's just to show you what this looks like. This is a pregnant mosquito fish. And so, you know, usually when we see females, they're swollen up like this, we say, well, she's got a lot of eggs, but her eggs are already fertilized. She's actually got a lot of embryos. She's got a live fish. And this is one that I cut open just to show you. When you cut in there, you can see here's all these live fish that are developing inside her body. So these are eggs that have already hatched. And again, you take one out, this is what they look like. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so again, these fish are small and they're found with minnows. How do we tell that these are not in the family Cyprinidae? Again, the rounded caudal fin versus a forked caudal fin. And the dorsal fin is set way back. So the origin of the dorsal fin is way behind the origin of the anal fin, which you're not going to find in any cyprinids. So we know it's not a Cyprinidae. How do we tell one from the other? How do we tell the mosquito fish from the Fundulidae? One way is if you see the gonopodium, you know that it's a male mosquito fish. But also if you look for a dark spot under the eye, that also is going to tell you it's a mosquito fish. And so again, here you can see that dark spot. So you look for that dark spot, that tells you it's a mosquito fish, not a top minnow. You know, the top minnows tend to have a very prominent stripe, which the mosquito fish don't have. That'll help you out as well. Okay, so that's also our top minnows. Excuse me, that's our mosquito fish, which we compared to our top minnows. Let me know if you got any questions. See ya.